Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved. Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but Sailor, my pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about... My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the... Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is...
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's...
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house...
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second. And some kind...
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't...
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there. Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Okay, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Crime is a deviation from the law, punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She looks at Dick Mullen. He isn't even drawn right. She examines the picture, trying to find whatever is wrong with it. She then shrugs and puts the book...
Sure you can, sir. He's just a fictional character. He'll be no man. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nail...
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Because you usually aren't. I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by... There's something you're missing. Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologising to everyone. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, I can see. You don't have...
Party eyes. Yes, of course.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that. I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she wonderful? Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children.
Denial is the way she copes with criticism.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting. And I told you to mind your own business. Clear.
This economy is a mysterious force, like cosmic weather, mysterious and harsh.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pain.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get... He made the initial investment. Since then...
Super silent, almost inaudibly.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had...
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good... The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you.
She smiles and nods. seemingly.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very...
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say... Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more... Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous... The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover.
Oh, Man from Hjelmdal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. What does it matter? They're all the same. However, if you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the Man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series. Oh yes, certainly. Another good sale.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item.
The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Hjelmdal standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His two Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest. Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters, the title, Hjelmdalaman, the man from Hjelmdal, unfurls like a banner. In the back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Hjelmdal saga. Meet Man from Here. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from a brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money by splicing together old stories under a new title. Their main concern is the continuation of the franchise. The story opens in media res. The man from Hjelmdal and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering whites. By nightfall, only the man from Hjelmdal and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Tyribald cries, as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated Nine, Tyribald. The man from Hjelmdal bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage. For the Northlands. For Hjelmdal. He leaps to them. It is physically impossible for a human being to effectively dual-wield, and with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the two Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost. A few chapters later, the man from Hjelmdal and Tyribald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert. This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting. Though something tells you coherence was never the Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The old king beseeches the man from Hjelm. The man from Hjelmdal extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not. What do you mean? Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Hjelmdal. What do you mean? Is that all? He is the man from Hjelmdal, forged in the fury of battle. Death was his sire, and he doesn't even have a real name. What is inside this man? Or is muscle and bone all he is? He is the wildest man alive. The only mortal strong enough to wield the twins Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang. What are you, a book critic? Enough. You're ruining the pacing of the story. What pace? You skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts, as well as the long... In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which a pair of nectera are disemboweled. As the vile ceremony ends, the sound of steel unsheathing drew swiftly. The visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Hjelmdal. In an instant, the nectera summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush our heroes. The hall fills with the clang. Oh, for fuck. When the din of battle settles, only the man from Hjelmdal and Tyribald remain standing. Exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes, the two Northmen confront the foul neck. What? In the first scene, the man from Hjelmdal fought a powerful necromancer and his army of the dead. Now he's confronting a pair of nectera and their horde. The man from Hjelmdal stares at you on the cover. Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location from where when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the...
The place does not look like a successful tourist.
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
You peek at the storekeeper, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not you're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, the worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately your finger moves through the various streets, finally coming to a halt on the spot.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains,
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right?
Talking is always good. There is something mysterious. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel...
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put us... Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alert...
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. I already told you, it's just a storage room. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be... No! Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything? The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease. It's the curse of financial distress.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy. And they're malicious. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous.
Wow. Void raves. You haven't...
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough. Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly...
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
How do you...
Here we go.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides...
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it? Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity...
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you... Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded her... Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what...
Unbelievable dark. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.